I can't believe what I've just seen. I can't comprehend what I've just seen. What was that? Like, what was that? I don't know. I don't know where to start. I don't know what to say. I am shocked. I am shocked. And more importantly, I am disgusted. Arsenal disgust me. Today, I'm ashamed of wearing this shirt. I'm ashamed to kind of be associated with this club. I'm ashamed of my football team. They are embarrassing. That is one of the worst performances I've ever seen in my life. And that says a lot as an Arsenal fan. I am absolutely just... I'm smitten with hate for Arsenal tonight. I absolutely detest Arsenal Football Club. That is how much that performance upset and angered me. Like, what was that? Like, we've just been knocked out of the third round of the FA Cup. I don't care if it's just the FA Cup. I don't care if people say, well, it's only the FA Cup. Why would you care about that? Why would you bother about that? It's embarrassing. We've just been knocked out by a Championship side. I want to say, like, well done to Nottingham Forest, because they were absolutely brilliant, okay? And my anger at how bad Arsenal have performed doesn't take away from the performance that Nottingham Forest have just put in, because they were absolutely sensational. You know, they were the underdogs, they're a Championship side, and, you know, they played absolutely brilliantly. Absolutely brilliantly. They were absolutely, like, just stunning. From minute 1 to minute 9, you can't take anything away from them. So, you know, we've got to give them that. We've got to give them as much praise and accolades as they deserve, because they were awesome in this game. But for Arsenal, that is the lowest of the low. That is the worst performance I've ever seen. I blame the manager. I blame the assistant manager. I blame the players. I blame the tactics. I blame every single person associated with Arsenal tonight with that performance, because it was an absolutely disgusting and disgraceful performance. Like, honestly, it was just so bad. And I can't, like, you know, I can't think of any positives whatsoever. Okay, the only positives is we got 2 goals. You know, it's not as, like, an embarrassing, like, 4-0 or 5-0, 4-2. It's still awful, but that's the only positive I can give, and it's not even really a good positive, because we've still lost the game. We're out. Alright, in 21 years. It's been 21 years since we've been knocked out of the FA Cup third round. We've won this competition in 3 of the last 4 years. You know, this is the only competition we're actually very good in. And we've just been knocked out of the third round. The first time in Arsene Wenger's history. He shouldn't even be at the club right now. He should have gone ages ago. It's just awful. Absolutely awful. I don't know what to say, you know, and there's no kind of, and there was some controversial decisions here and there, but I'm not going to blame those today, right? Because, like, you know, that's just an excuse. That's just papering over the cracks, you know. Against West Brom, understandable. We didn't play very well, but, you know, it wasn't a penalty, you know. And against Chelsea, Hazard, it wasn't a penalty, you know. And those are understandable. But today, you can't take those away. You can't take those away, because we still play bad. You know, the controversial decision that happened late on for the second penalty, like, no matter if that hadn't been given, or if that wasn't a penalty, or if he had the second touch, it doesn't matter. It means nothing, because we still would have lost 3-2. It's absolutely disgraceful. You know, the first kind of major problem is the lineups, right? Arsene Wenger went for a risk, right? He went with an unexperienced, well, he went with a side of youth and experience, like we've seen in the Europa League, and I agreed with that, incidentally, and now thinking of it more, it was a big mistake. But when I heard the team, you know, and the teams being announced earlier, like just before we got the game underway, you know, I said, well, you know, you got Welbeck in there, you got Iwobi in there, you got Walcott, Ospina, Holding, Mertesacker. I mean, Holding and Mertesacker were the dynamic defensive duo that absolutely stopped Chelsea, the Premier League champions, in the FA Cup final last season. You know, Welbeck is a World Cup winner on 2 different occasions. You know, Walcott has won the FA Cup on 3 different occasions. You know, Iwobi has got experience. You know, Maitland-Niles was exceptional against Chelsea. Debussy's got experience. We have experience in that lineup. But what happened is that all of those players were absolutely atrocious. They were disgraceful. Like, you know, Holding and Mertesacker couldn't defend. There were so many times, like, Nottingham Forest were bullying them. They were ganging up on them, and they were making them look like Sunday League defenders who are bad at playing Sunday League. You know, they looked absolutely horrendous. Like, Mertesacker has no pace anyway. He looked like a snail. Holding was making countless mistakes. You know, a mistake after mistake after mistake. And Holding has been exceptional since he's come to Arsenal. He's been really good. He's been one of our best defenders. And today he just made countless errors after errors after errors. You've got two defenders that can't defend for Toffee and are making so many mistakes that they're just inviting pressure on a Nottingham Forest side who are coming in with no fear. It's their cup final. You know, these lower league sides have got nothing to lose. They've got nothing to fear because no one expects them to do anything. So as soon as they noticed a little bit of, you know, farity between the defensive line, they thought, oh great, roll our hands up and let's get going. You know, it is absolutely just scandalous. You know, Mertesacker's a World Cup. He's won the bloody World Cup with Germany. And he can't even cross a ball or get a ball away. Like, what is it? Like Rob Holding. You know, yes, he's got, you know, not the most experience. Yes, you know, that's going to come as he gets older and wiser. But he could do better than that. Like, what was that? Danny Welbeck, despite scoring today, what did he do? Nothing. Walcott, absolutely, you know, nothing. And why? I mean, I understand we've got Chelsea in the Carabao Cup semi-final, and we've got, you know, Premier League games coming thick and fast in January. But why did he have to rest Ozil, Sanchez and Lacazette? Why can't you put one player on the bench if it does go wrong? Because we had nothing there. Like, Nikita, brilliant in the Carabao Cup against Norwich to score 2 goals. But you can't expect that from him. He's not going to do that time and time again. You know, it was a once in a blue moon that he played so well. You know, and you know, you're not going to get that every time he comes on the field. You know, yes, he actually created, you know, a couple of decent chances, and he actually looked like one of our best players. But there was no experience there whatsoever. You know, Giroud's out injured, Ramsey's out injured. You need someone with a bit of experience and a bit of, you know, world-class, you know, balance in them to be able to come on if things, you know, don't go according to plan. And there was none of that there. You know, I'm not even saying, you know, Arsene Wenger on a touchline ban, that was the reason why he lost, because when he is on the pitch, what's the difference between being on a touchline ban and actually sitting on the sideline? He doesn't do anything, he just sits there playing a rubber band. There's no difference whatsoever. What did he say to them at half time? You know, we were 2-1 down at half time, we come out and we look even worse and we go 3-1 down because of a penalty. What did Arsene Wenger say in that half time interval? What did he say? What did he do to make them wake up? Because, you know, at half time, there was a feeling that if we don't wake up, we're going to get absolutely embarrassed, we're going to lose. And they got even worse in that second half. Absolutely atrocious. You know, the first goal that they score, you know, literally comes in, you know, from a set piece. It was just sloppy play from, I think it was Debussy that brought him down, and he just crossed the ball. Mertesacker's trying to play him offside into an offside position, and then like Mertesacker just drifts and lets the man free and lets him have a load of space. He's right, you know, just on the line of the goal, and he you know, no one's marking him, no one's picking him up, and he just smashes the ball in. You know, that was schoolboy defending, absolutely schoolboy defending. Like, you can't allow, you know, literally to just be in space on his own in the box as the ball is whipped in. You know, you can't do that because, you know, you're asking to be right. This is simple, basic defensive errors that we are making time and time and time again. You know, we get a goal back courtesy of Per Mertesacker from a set piece, and you know, it actually was a great goal. You know, Holding went for a header, it hit the post, fell back to Mertesacker, and he made, you know, and scored a tidy finish going to the back of the net. You know, that was great. You know, we made it 1-1, but then and again, we're just making countless defensive errors time and time and time again. You know, you're asking, you know, Nottingham Forest have got something about them. You can see it from the early stages. They were pressing us high up the field in those early exchanges. You could see they were up for it, and you could see that they could sense that they could get something out of this game. You could sense that Mertesacker and Holding were a little bit, you know, kind of sensitive and weak going into that game today, and you could tell that there were thoughts that they were making left, right and centre. So what you need to do is you need to tighten up as a unit and start defending from the front. You know, they were giving the ball away countless amounts of time, opening space, and the space that Nottingham Forest had was absolutely frightening. You know, they were galvanising down those channels, and I couldn't quite believe what I was seeing. You know, the second goal that Nottingham Forest scored, absolutely beautiful goal, comes from a volley. And again, it's just defensive errors, giving us, you know, we give the ball away at the edge, and it's our own undoing. It's our own mistakes that we're being punished for. And, you know, Nottingham Forest go for the shot, it gets saved by Ospina, it falls back to Leachy, and he just goes for a volley, absolutely scintillating volley, absolutely world-class, sensational volley that just goes up and over into the goal. And it's brilliant, you know, 2-1 just before half-time. Nottingham Forest, you know, were playing very, very well and deserved to be ahead. And you thought that Arsene Wenger, he couldn't speak to his players for 45 minutes, well, he doesn't speak to the players anyway when he's on the sideline. You thought he was going to galvanise them and get a new game plan and change something. You know, that's what good managers do. You know, they rally the troops together when games are not going their way. They try and create an alternative. You know, why didn't Arsene Wenger, you know, he started, to be fair, for 3-4-3. He switched it to 4-2-3-1 in the second half. But why didn't he, you know, instruct holding the Mertesacker? Why didn't he ask, like, Mohamed El Neni or Willock to get tight to them? You know, protect that back four. You know, Willock and Mohamed El Neni, and I'm excluding Willock because he's young and it will go with experience. But Mohamed El Neni's experience. Where was the protection for the defence? You know, Holding and Mertesacker were making countless mistakes over and over and over again. Where was it? Where was that protection? Where's that anchor in the middle of the park? You know, and we see it time and time again. We, you know, our midfield allow our defence to be exposed, and then our defence isn't even good enough to cope with the exposure, and then we can, you know, can see goals prior to that. It is simple, basic stuff. You know, there are fans in that, you know, away, you know, stadium this afternoon that could do better than Arsene Wenger and those assistant managers. I mean, what did Steve Bold do? You know, he's the assistant manager. He was actually a good defender back in the day. How can he not sit there and see that we're in absolute shambles at the back? You know, I don't understand. Where is the intelligence? Where's the football intelligence? You're running a football club. Where is that intelligence to take the game by the scruff of the neck and try and adapt and change the game from when you're in a bad position? Like, where is that? There's nothing there whatsoever. You know, Rob Holding concedes a penalty in like the 64th minute, and it's a blatant penalty. You know, he just clips him, kicks him at the back. You know, and Barrington steps up and slots it in the back of the net, and 3-1, it's game over. You know, yes, we get a goal back courtesy of Danny Welbeck, a mistake from Jordan Smith that allows Welbeck to toe it in. But then, you know, we're still not, you know, creating chance after chance after chance. We had 70% possession, and yes, Nottingham Forest in the second half were struggling to get out of the box. But every time we were, you know, playing out from the back, we made mistakes that allowed Nottingham Forest just to get on the back of us and expose us. And, like, it's just not good enough. You know, the penalty, looking in slow time, Debussy brings, I think it was Brereton down. And, you know, it wasn't a penalty, but the decision was so hard and tough to see in real time. You had to really slow it down. Debussy got the ball first and foremost. He actually, as he went in to clip the guy off the ball, he did get the ball first, but he brought down the man. But when you look at that penalty and you look at that decision in real time, it's an impossible decision for John Moss, who I think actually had a relatively good game, you know, as a referee. You know, it actually, you know, in real time, I was saying, oh, that's a penalty. My dad said it was a penalty. It looked like a penalty. It's only if you slow it down really to like the minuscule second that you can see that he actually got the ball first. But in real time, it's an impossible decision. So, you know, the penalty was given. And it's so, like, what are the Arsenal players thinking? Oh, you know, damn it, we've conceded a penalty, guys. Another penalty. Oh, right. Can we try and do anything to make the referee not give that penalty, or, you know, give it us a retake because, you know, Ospina might have a better chance to save it? No, they don't. I mean, this second touch, he slipped on the ball and he shot with his left foot. It didn't go anywhere near his right foot. What are they complaining about? It didn't touch his right foot. It was one touch. He didn't take a double touch. Like, are they so bad as football players that they have to think of every excuse known to man to try and, you know, make up for the fact that they're absolutely worthless as footballers? You know, Arsene Wenger will use that second penalty as a mistake, but even if that penalty wasn't given in the, like, 85th minute, we still would have lost it 3-2. Like, where was the drive? Where was the determination? Where was the skill to, you know, try and get back into that game? Nottingham Forest are 6th in the Championship. We're 6th in the Premier League. At least I think they're 6th in the Championship. Let's have a look at where Nottingham Forest are in the Championship, alright? Just to clear up exactly how bad this performance is. So, like, let's have a look at the table. Get the table up. I'm absolutely fuming. Like, I just can't believe it where we are. So Nottingham Forest are Forest. They're actually, no, they're 14th in, right, they are 14th in the Championship. Okay, they have won 10 games, they've lost 2, they've won 10 games, they've drawn 2, they've lost 40. They are 14th in the Championship. We're 6th in the Premier League and we've just been battered by them 4-2. Like, what the hell are they thinking? What are they doing? What are they, like, what is that? Like, I don't care if it's the FA Cup. I don't care if it's a competition that nobody wants to win. You know, to go out in the 3rd round against a Championship side who's a mid-table Championship side at best when we're 6th in the Premier League, is that embarrassing. Is an absolute joke. And why are we so bad as a football club? What has happened? We've the most successful team in the FA Cup history. Arsenal has won 7 of these competitions. What has happened in the last couple of years to make us play and perform so bad and be a mediocre side? People take pity on us. People laugh at how bad we are. And I don't understand why. I don't know. I don't know. And I don't really know what else to say, incidentally, because, nothing's going to change. We might go on a good run, we might go on a decent run, we might get to the final of the Carabao Cup against, and beat Chelsea, get into the final. But is anything going to change? We'll just go, on a nice little run, then we'll have a performance like this again, we'll all be back to square one. They should be ashamed. Every single one of those players tonight should be ashamed. They should look at themselves in the mirror and think, should I be at this club? And am I worthy to wear the badge on this shirt? Because they are embarrassing. Arsene Wenger, why? He had the chance to leave in a blaze of glory on 2 separate occasions. And he's so naive and arrogant and thinks, he's got nothing more to do in his life that he thinks he can cling on to a never-ending, club. He was great back in the day for Arsenal. But he's not that same manager anymore. The board won't care about this. They won't care about if we go out the FA Cup. Oh, they're going to get. Stan Kroenke, is he going to know about the result? God, no. And the people that are affected most are the fans. I feel absolutely sick to the pit of my stomach of those away fans that have travelled up to Nottingham Forest Day to watch that. I watch it on the tape because I don't have enough to go up to the ground. But if I had enough money to go up to the Emirates home and away, I would do that. But I feel absolutely just sickened by those away fans that countless times they go up to see their beloved team, through thick and thin, rain and snow, they do all of this time and time again, and they see countless performances like that. That is embarrassing, that is shameful. And we're out of the FA Cup, at the 3rd round. It's just absolutely embarrassing. I'm going to leave up this analysing Arsenal, otherwise I'm going to be here for 2 hours ranting and raving about the same thing over and over again. I can't quite believe it. Credit to Nottingham Forest, well done for the win. They were absolutely brilliant, absolutely superb. They deserve it 100%. Arsenal need to look at themselves tonight, and I hope they feel absolutely at the lowest of the low, because they should do that. And how dare they make us as fans watch that pile of garbage? How dare they perform like that on the pitch? They are World Cup, they're World Cup winners, FA Cup winners. They are footballers at the end of the day that get paid a lot of money, and they perform like that. It's absolutely disgusting and worthless, and they should be ashamed of themselves. I'm ashamed of wearing this shirt tonight. I really am ashamed of them, and I just, Arsenal kill me at times. They absolutely disgust me. And make sure, leave a like if you enjoy this. If you don't, whatever, subscribe to the channel, all of that good stuff. And I'm going. I'm absolutely just, I'm done. I'm absolutely just, can't be arsed anymore with Arsenal. They're absolutely just ridiculous.